Yay!
Hello, folks. We are back after a short hiatus.
Mouth.
Little bit.
Mouth.
Mouth.
Let's hope all of us can stay awake this whole time.
That's not happening.
Yes.
Because we went to all-you-can-eat kind of thing for dinner. And two of us are rather rotund.
Just a little bit, but MayesBoy 91 is here alongside Medikai, of
Hi.
course, and call sign Suitcase, real life Pepino Spaghetti.
I like Taco Bell.
And he also cooked a pizza, in case you didn't know.
I cook a pizza.
He cooked the pizza. He cooked the pizza.
Can't believe I actually cook a pizza.
Oh, yes. If you've never seen Suitcase's streams, check out his cooking stream he did. He actually made some pretty banging looking pizza, I'm not going to lie.
It was actually pretty good.
That looked really good, I'm not going to lie. But actually, you haven't put it on the podcast. Why don't you talk about PAX?
Oh, yeah, shit. Yeah.
We haven't done one since you got back.
Yeah.
PAX was pretty banger. Yeah, I won his Pepino all 4 days.
It was 4 days. Good Lord.
Yeah, it was 4 days.
I forgot how long you were actually gone.
Yeah, I was gone for like a week almost. Yeah, PAX was pretty cool. A lot of cosplayers, a lot of like interesting new games and stuff. I forgot a lot of the names of them, but there was a lot of cool.
No, you know what I'm mad about?
What?
Basil agreed me on this one. We knew the one guy was going to be there. For all you wrestling fans out there, Kenny Omega was at
Kenny
this
Omega
PAX
was there.
East. But surprise, surprise, who else was there was Adam Cole and Xavier Woods
Yep.
from Up, Up, Down, Down in AEW. And technically WWE.
Yeah.
I
they were
didn't
there.
know Cole was there, and then Woods showed up. I'm like, huh?
I think Cole and Kenny Omega were at.
They were at the Final Fantasy
the
one.
Final Fantasy
Woods was
thing.
just kind of around.
Because I saw the two of them there.
Do you know who else is there? Nate Wants to Battle's wife. She's there with their couple of the players from the campaign that Nate DMs.
Oh, cool.
I have to get back to watching that, but yeah. Anyways, go
Yeah,
ahead.
it was
Talk
pretty
about
cool.
PAX.
I guess apparently Kenny Omega was doing the PAX Arena thing. He was doing a Tekken tournament. I didn't get to see it, but
I'm not surprised considering
people were going to ape shit, so they were like, "Well, maybe Kenny Omega's over there playing. That'd be kind of cool."
So it usually does. One time they had them and the Young Bucks against New Day. The only time
I'm not
going
going
to
to lie. I'm terrible at fighting games, but I'd go against Kenny Omega just to.
Just to get your ass kicked because he's
Oh,
good at
yeah.
the game.
But it's a
Like,
ball.
just the fact that I'm hanging out playing with Kenny
yeah, I
Omega.
know,
You
right?
could put that notch in the belt. I just got beat by Kenny Omega.
Yeah.
He didn't even have to V-trigger me.
Yeah, the panels were really cool. I mean, I only went to a couple panels. There were only a couple panels that I really wanted to go to.
What ones?
I went to the Final Fantasy one and the Dead by Daylight one. We got to witness Five Nights at Freddy, which is what the actual Dead by Daylight like dev said. He was like, "Yeah, it's really nice having Five Nights at Freddy finally in Dead by Daylight." And me and Queemy were looking at each other like, "Five Nights at Freddy, it's Five Nights at Freddy." And then, like, for anyone who doesn't know, Dead by Daylight, they're doing a Five Nights at Freddy's crossover. The Killer's Springtrap. There's no Survivor, unfortunately. The Killer's Springtrap, and for a legendary skin for it, they're doing Movie Springtrap.
That's kind of loud.
That is fucking cool.
And the best part is they're doing Matthew Lillard's likeness, and he's also voicing him.
That's even so much.
Yeah.
So they caught
cooler.
like voice. They showed us a short little like 1 minute clip of him doing the voice lines, and it's like he's hacking up something in his throat just to get the voice ready. He's like, "This is how I get ready to do the voice." And I'm like, he's like, yeah. And he's like doing all these noises, and then he's like, "Ali, Ali, oxen free." He's like saying all these things.
That's awesome.
I'm very excited for it. And then they gave everybody who went to the panel a code for the game. And
Fuck yeah, dude.
like the brand new character DLC that's out. So it's like get the brand new character that just released and the base game. Which, I mean, I'm gonna have to buy the other chapters if I want to get it, but like I'll probably buy the Five Nights at Freddy's one. The map looks insane too. They released they're releasing a Five Nights at Freddy's map.
Fuck yeah.
It looks banger, dude.
That's awesome. I want to get that game just for Five Nights at Freddy's. I don't even play it.
There was a few games there that were really neat. They were showing off. I can't think of what it was called. I think it was called God Save Birmingham or something like that. It was like a zombie.
That's
like,
the zombie one where you're just in like medieval England, isn't it?
yes, and it's not the one where you're like in a full plate armor like a knight.
No,
that
you're
one's
just
blight survival, but you're basically just a peasant.
Yeah,
surviving
I've seen stuff
in
on that from
medieval
TikTok.
Europe during a zombie apocalypse.
That's
setting.
kind of cool.
So like the clips, the bits that I saw of people playing is like a dude in just like hempen cloth clothing with a pitchfork, like stabbing a zombie with a pitchfork.
See, that actually sounds more interesting because all these other zombie survival games, like, end of the world, zombie apocalypse, survival, whoopee. But medieval, just you're a peasant surviving a zombie
And
apocalypse.
from what I've seen, this is the same one. There's actual like physics and stuff.
That's cool.
Oh well, yeah. Also,
Like if you
can
mess with
find-
that ladder, you're gone. Ladder's
you can
gone.
find things like plate mail and stuff. Like you can find armor, but it like slows you down and
Right.
But it looks.
But that sounds a lot more interesting than your basic zombie survival RPG.
There was a side scrolling beat 'em up I played. I can't remember the name of it off the top of my head. It was kind of neat. There was a driving game. It was like Goblin something. I can't remember the name of it. But they played the demos. They made a truck, made like a food truck into this like demo area, and you could actually. We didn't play it. We wanted to because it was busy. It was really busy at that one.
Sucks.
But they had a station that was in the back of the truck. So like they had stations all around the truck, like all around the front of the truck, and then they had one station where you could sit inside the back of the truck and play the game in there.
Cool.
It was really cool. There were a lot of Mandalorians crossed over.
Huh.
There was a Moogle Mandalorian girl. There was one doing an Aang Mandalorian.
That's dope.
Yeah, there were a bunch of them. I mean, I met another Pepino there, the small Pepino.
I saw that. That's so cool. And actually,
a lot of people love that picture. I think it got like 28,000.
And actually, the artist that you know did fan art of it too.
our artist friend, who I ping a lot on. We're actually gonna release a piece of art that we're gonna be using for a thumbnail here in the next day or two.
Dope.
Once we record one of the covers we want to do. Well, actually, if we have time tomorrow, because you might have plans, so we might have to do that during the week instead, or next week. But yeah, we got some covers we'll release soon-ish. We're doing Simple and Clean and the famous Baka Mitai from Yakuza. It's gonna suck because
we're going to attempt to do that. I got the chords. He's got the words. And
I've been listening to it for like the past week.
Let's hope it goes well.
Well, we're gonna try to hopefully practice this week. I'd like to maybe get together whenever you're free this week and at least try. Maybe just come right here instead of going out to eat, because I think going out to eat is what killed me last week. PAX was fun. The cosplay was great. Final Fantasy panel was fantastic. Get to see the cards. I got some nice pictures at the Final Fantasy Magic the Gathering booths too, with the Buster Sword and
Saw that.
the Field of Flowers was my favorite one though.
Nice.
It was cool though. It was more the experience of hanging out with the guys, hanging out with Queemy and Putrid Nerd for a while and having fun with that.
Just seeing the pictures and stuff, they seem pretty cool. I want to meet them.
Oh yeah, they're pretty neat. Hopefully we can get him on. We can get that Minecraft-based podcast going, or just get a Discord call with him and sit and talk for a couple of hours.
That'd be nice.
So
hell, we should just all get Power Washing Simulator and just play that and talk and do the podcast.
I'm sure we could figure out something.
Yeah.
So it was fun. It was mainly just a chill out sesh for 4 days.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Anyways.
Yes.
A gentle kiss.
A kiss from his butthole. But, anyways.
Butthole.
But
Menekai, did you say you had something you would like to talk about with your...
We'll do it after.
Okay. So, one of the things I wanted to say really quick, before we get into the main topic, I had...
Don't put Twinkies on your pizza. Or do, I don't care.
Yeah, that's not very good. I was going to say, don't put your Twinkies on... Never mind.
don't put a Twinkie on your penis.
No, I didn't do that. But I had a gig today, and now that I think about it, I'm talking about the same place I had the gig last year.
Wait, just the one with the windstorm?
Yes. This is the exact
Oh,
same.
I remember that shit.
This is the exact same one that we played. Luckily, this year, the freaking my cousin had a lot stronger of a tent that didn't fly off on us, and it didn't rain. But
Did you tell that story back then, like recently on the podcast at that point?
not recently on the podcast, but it was like our second or third.
No,
podcast
like
in,
when that happened, how recent was that to that podcast? Do you
couple
remember?
days.
So we've been doing this over a year.
Yeah,
Wild.
I know.
Yippee.
Season 4, and we've been doing this for over a year.
Hey, if y'all been tuning in for like the whole year, shout out to you.
Yes, thank you.
Also, why?
But no, so this year it was 50 degrees, but
That's
the
50, not 15.
yeah,
50.
But the wind chill was like 42. So
it's cold this time. I don't like it.
I had a hoodie on and everything, and I never had a hoodie on playing my bass because it's just really awkward. And my fingers were frozen, my cousin's hands were frozen. You're like, okay, 3:00, yay, we're done.
How long did you go?
From 12 to 3.
Oh God.
We had a couple of breaks in between, but yeah. No, we had a lot of bikes show up. It was mostly for like a bike blessing. And
Yeah.
we had like free hot dogs. We had desserts people can buy. So I wanted the dessert. The dessert table was right next to where I was playing. It's like, those are going to be gone. But
He's like eating
Where'd
one
all
after
the-
every strum.
Where'd all the desserts go? Maze is just there, frosting over his face. I don't know.
no, one of them was really tempting. It was like a cupcake, but it was like an almond joy.
Damn.
Oh, you can keep that.
Yeah.
Just keep that away from my grandmother.
Oh, I wanted those, but I ended up just getting banana bread. But it was a successful gig. It was fun. We played the same set list we did last year, just blues, rock, gospel stuff. And it's always, and we had a couple of drummers with us, which one of the drummers was hammering on the drums so bad I couldn't hear on my left ear. And it's like, it's a good gig when you can't hear after playing.
Yeah.
But then in the long run, is that really a good thing?
What?
Exactly.
But
What?
But
I speak for all the musicians out there, and you may not have many people listen to you personally, but as long as you have fun with your gig, it was a good gig. But
I'm sorry, I wasn't listening.
what? Exactly. But I think that's all I wanted to talk about. I don't have any new music recommendations at the moment.
I do. Y'all listen to it in the car.
Fiddler's Green.
Fiddler's Green is phenomenal.
Yeah, if you want like a harder version of Dropkick Murphy, fucking listen
And
to
like
those guys.
like an Irish version of Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer.
Oh my
Yeah.
gosh, it's freaking awesome.
Shout out to the guy I work with who was afraid to touch the tablet at work that we used for music, and then did it. And I told him I don't care if you use it or not, because he played that. And there's another band called Orion's Reign. That's like his big one.
What?
I don't know about
Vibration.
something vibrant,
My phone.
but it's like, you know that Power Snake song I showed you.
I think.
It's like that, but not necessarily metal, more like really heavy rock. They're kind of good too. But
Nice.
Fiddler's Green, that was the big one. I looked at them like, bro, I like this stuff.
Look it up. They're awesome.
Oh, they're great.
Actually, the one song we were listening to on the way back to my house, we sat in the
Shanghai.
car and let the song finish before we left the car because that's how good the song was.
That wasn't the Shanghai one. That was the Gallagher.
No, but it was, but still.
I forgot that one. It's great. I love them. I told him it's probably my new favorite band, and I got to sit down and listen to the rest of their stuff. But the album I heard, and then the 3 songs we played on the way back, great stuff. Shout out to you. You don't listen to podcasts. I know good and well you don't, because you didn't know we had one. Yeah. You know who you be.
Oh, and just recently, my Uncle Tim subscribed to our channel.
Let's go.
So now we got to behave.
No, but I told him we may have some crude humor on here.
Hey,
so.
Tim, if you're out there, you a real G, you great motherfucker.
Also, if you want to know what we're really about, go listen to one of the Cards Against Humanity episodes. Go ahead.
Yeah. Or the
The Cards Against Humanity episodes, dear Lord.
yeah. or the trauma one too.
Both of them.
Yeah, both of them.
Both of them.
But anyways, folks, the main subject we have for tonight. Now, obviously, the Nintendo Switch 2 is coming out very soon. Actually, what?
A month.
I don't even think a month. I think a couple of weeks.
Did they bump it up?
I don't remember.
I thought it was like June 20 something.
Was it the end of the June or?
I'm gonna find out.
I don't remember. I think it's either a few weeks or it's very
keep
close.
your thought going. I'm gonna find out.
Yeah, Nintendo Switch 2 is coming out here very soon. So I figured the boys and I, we would talk about just the memories we had with Switch 1. Nintendo Switch was kind of a gamble for Nintendo.
Oh, no, you're right.
That's what I thought.
June 5th.
Okay, I thought so.
Oh, that's really soon.
This is like, it's like 2 weeks. Holy moly!
Do I buy the analog pocket or I buy the new Nintendo Switch?
No, buy the pocket.
Oh, yeah. No, I'm
buy the pocket.
100%.
Buy the pocket.
But anyways, subject on that later. Anyways.
No, subject got in now. What do you want to buy that got at work?
All right, we'll say it really quick.
I mean, sure,
so
you brought it
the
up.
video game store I used to work at.
And to be fair, you'll forget by the end of the episode.
Yeah.
I will
used to work at, my former boss is like, hey, I got something for you, Maze, and brings it out. Now, for the hardcore collectors out there, you know what this is. He has a used analog pocket, which is a souped up Game Boy Color, and Game Boy Advance. And it's usually like $400, $500 brand new. He is selling it for a damn good price, and I would like to purchase that. I'm still trying to figure out how I'm going to. I could probably do it if I just take it out of my savings, because I still have to have enough for my car repair.
Yeah,
but
it'll be an investment. You know, it's worth
no,
it
it will be an investment. Yes, but the price that he has it for is like that is a steal.
Yep.
And on top of that, they are very hard. You have to pre-order them. They don't sell them in stores. And 9 times out of 10, when you go to pre-order them, they're already sold out. So having one physically in my hands so I could play, I'm going to do it.
Yeah.
But
I got a Pokemon card story for you in a second. Finish your thought with this, but I got it reminded me of it. I don't know how.
But with Nintendo Switch, going back to that, technically the Nintendo Switch at the time was a big gamble for Nintendo because their handheld stuff was a huge pillar of their business.
Yeah.
The Wii U was a flop.
That's why they stopped with your home console stuff, because the Wii U they marketed it like crap.
Oh yeah,
and there was what 10 exclusive games on it, and then they ported other stuff over.
Yeah, so
that didn't belong on the Switch.
The Switch 1 at the time
Wii U
was huge. I remember I was still working at the game store at the time. We got I think like 3 brand new Switches in, and a couple of new games. I think some of the new Switch games that just came out. When the Switch came out, those were the last few new games that we got.
Yeah,
like Breath of the Wild and those kind of games.
Because we don't get new stuff anymore. I'm kind of bummed, but I also get why.
Yeah, because he doesn't make any money on them.
Nope.
Which I understand.
But then it's one of those things that people get mad that stuff refurbished. Like, sorry,
yeah,
go to Walmart.
Yeah, but so I remember picking up my original gray Switch and Breath of the Wild, dude.
And then proceeded no life Breath of the Wild,
dude. I don't know what can I say about Breath of the Wild that hasn't already been said. It's a fantastic game. Is it perfect? No. But I played that game, like Menekai said. I no-life that game for a full year and a half, trying to find all the secrets. I found all of the shrines.
All the secrets, all the shrines, all the horses, all of it. He got all of it.
Well, I wish I got all the horses, but...
He's not got all the horses?
No, I didn't get all the horses.
And then...
there was still more shit in that game I missed. And I didn't know that until I looked afterwards.
I didn't know he delved into this stuff like this because I know what he plays.
Damn.
Yads jumps into Breath of the Wild. And he's talking to Maze and me about it, and he's working through getting all the shrines. I'm like, I didn't know you were into Zelda that big.
Yeah.
Because he'll play like Hitman, he'll play the sports games, he'll play wrestling and all that.
Yeah.
Dude plays Fortnite now.
Yeah, that's
I'm like,
I've been playing Fortnite now and then. I don't
get
mind.
out.
It's actually really fun. Zero builds.
Honestly,
hilarious.
if I had people to play with, I'll play Fortnite. But I wouldn't play it by myself.
Yeah, I wouldn't.
Because the last time I played it by myself, there was like one other person on the map, And they weren't even trying to kill me. They were just like walking around me. It's like, okay, what the fuck?
You trying to download Fortnite and play some Fortnite next week?
Yeah, I'm up for it.
We got a #1 victory royale.
Can't promise I'd be good at it, but
You download it. Mm-hmm. We play trios.
all right.
Zero build.
Actually,
trios.
it's cross platform.
It's cross platform. Yeah.
So you can
Yeah.
download it on your PS5.
I've done it once. I hid for like 95% of the thing. I was like the last of the top 5. Somebody found me.
Oh.
Nice.
I was like, oh.
But
The best part is there's so many game modes you could play that we could just play game modes where it's just the 3 of us fighting each other.
oh jeez.
I feel like I was going to make another thought with you guys, and I forgot what it was.
But I mean, honestly, leading back into the Switch, that's what was so nice about the Switch at the time. It was a handheld and a home console.
Yeah, exactly.
So you could pick up, let's say somebody wants to watch TV and you want to play on your Switch. Take it off the dock, play Fortnite on your Switch while someone's on the TV.
Yep.
Then when you want it back on the TV, put it back in the dock. There you go, you're done. It was such a cool concept at the time.
My friend just got down. I revived him. Now we're going southbound. Now we're in the Pleasant Park.
I mean, obviously now we have the Steam Deck, the ROG Ally, and all those other ones.
Yeah, but still.
But it's the fact that the Switch really revolutionized, honestly, what handheld gaming was at the time.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, there were cell phones and things like that, but
Hey, you got games on your phone?
yeah, exactly. But like
At the time,
going
it's probably
from
the most powerful portable console.
at the time because
Still is. Well,
no,
Steam
not
Deck.
anymore. Yeah,
Steam Deck blows that out of the water.
but you go from being a Game Boy fan to playing like Mario Land 1 and be like, man, I wish they had like Mario 64 graphics on this thing.
Yeah.
And then you get a game like Super Mario Odyssey.
Oh yeah, Odyssey.
That game, I didn't spend as much time on that, but I played it for a week straight.
It's still
Just solid.
It gives you that Mario feel, but you sit back and you're like, I never thought Mario could look this good.
Oh,
Yeah.
seriously. Just
I will say this. I'll go on a limit. It looks better than the movie did. In some cases.
yeah, in some levels.
Not
I
all
agree
of
with
it.
That.
Because that dragon looks great.
Well, that dragon
Yeah.
fight.
That
Was
dragon
so,
was great.
It was so out of
Character.
left field and
Yeah.
out of character for Mario.
Here's my one gripe with the Odyssey, and it's not the Power Moons. Every boss fight is 3 hits.
But that's Mario, though.
that is
Yeah.
Mario in general. Yeah,
But still, I figure like at least that dragon,
But-
make it 5.
Yeah.
Throw
But
you off a bit.
with the insane, colorful levels in that game, the boss fights, especially New Donk City, especially that desert level.
The dinosaur.
Yeah, the dinosaur that you can go into right at the beginning there.
The fact
It's
that he
just
gets a
so-
mustache is the funniest
Oh
thing
yeah,
to me.
it's just bursting with character. I mean, obviously Mario games always have character,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
it's just bursting with
yeah, they have
character
character.
and
It's
charm
Mario.
out of the seams. Yeah, and it's just playing Mario games up to that point. It's like, oh, those games are great. And you look at this, it's like, damn, how much better can they get? You know.
Can't
I mean,
wait till we have Mario in true VR, where you are Mario.
Oh gosh, can you imagine trying to jump in VR and you're like looking down like 12 feet into a hole,
12.
you're jumping over?
I did that in Minecraft before. I played VR Minecraft.
I want to play VR Minecraft.
You know what the coolest part is the VR Minecraft works with servers. So like if I don't know if it would work with Essentials, but like if we had VR Minecraft and Essentials, I would think that we would be able to host a world and we could all play together in VR.
Oh, I want
The
to do
cool
that
thing is
so
if
bad.
you're out of VR, it kind of looks like your characters having like a seizure on the other screens. But if you all have VR, you can all see like the specific motions and stuff that you're doing.
That's awesome.
It's terrifying. Peeking out over I went onto a server that I've been playing on with the VR and it works. And the base we were in was inside of like this chasm. And I get up to the top of this mountain that's like overlooking our entire base, and I look over and I'm like,
Oh,
I'm looking down like 50, 60 blocks down, and I'm like, I'm like standing a block away from the edge, and I'm like,
Oh no!
oh no!
Oh
And I
no!
What's awesome about that? I've heard that you can actually load that VR Minecraft on the Oculus Quest headsets.
Really? I didn't know that.
I didn't know that either. I saw a guy on YouTube have it on the Oculus. It's like, what? I didn't know you could do that. Somehow you can side load it into the Oculus Quest.
That's kind of sick.
I want to do that so freaking bad now. I have to get a new Oculus Quest because the one I have is just shit right now because the first one. But
Come to my job.
yeah. So, and again, there is Minecraft on the Switch. You had a somewhat competent version of the handheld Minecraft in the palm of your hands. First off, you didn't have touchscreen controls like a cell phone. You didn't have to connect a Bluetooth controller. You had actual controllers for that version of Minecraft.
Yep.
And it had more features in it compared to the Wii U version. I've heard that some of the recent updates for the Switch Minecraft kind of makes it a shitty version now.
Yeah.
But, I mean, at the time, it's a better version of portable Minecraft.
Yeah.
So, can't go wrong with that.
Nope.
Minecraft.
First we mine, then we craft.
Oh my gosh, really?
Lava chicken.
Chicken jockey.
Chicken jockey.
Quick, where's some popcorn?
Yeah, so I could throw it at Maze.
All right.
He'll catch the whole bucket.
In
Bucket
his
won't even
mouth.
in my mouth.
bucket won't even leave your hand. It'll just somehow be
Chicken
gone.
jockey.
Speaking of chickens, Ultimate Chicken Horse.
Oh, yeah.
So, yes, this game is...
Oh, yeah, the second game was at PAX,
Yeah,
too.
you played the second game at PAX.
Well, and I didn't
you?
play it, but I watched some of it. It was really funny.
That I want to try that out. But, yes, now Ultimate Chicken Horse obviously is on other consoles. But Ultimate Chicken Horse, I bought it on the Switch. And honestly, that is one of my most played games on the Switch.
Oh, it's a fun game.
It is so much fun. And for those of you who have never played it, stop what you're doing and just buy it. Get the family together and screw each other over. Because the whole point of the game, it's a platformer. It's a really cartoony platform. It plays as these crazy animal characters. And the harder you make the level, the more
Spoiler
points
alert,
you get.
two of them are a chicken and a horse.
Don't tell them that. Just find out themselves.
Chicken horse.
Listen,
What?
Anakin Skywalker's Darth Vader.
Shut the fuck up. What?
Yeah.
I can't believe you would lie like that.
Uh-huh. That's not a lie.
Damn.
I saw the news leak.
But
Yeah,
yes.
you know, for that new Star Wars movie, Revenge of the Sith.
Did that just come out?
I mean, they re-released it.
But
Though, to be fair, I forget which one is which.
yeah, no, but
There's like 6 movies. I forget which is which. And then
but with Ultimate Chicken Horse, you have this huge game that you can unlock all these secrets for, all these different costumes for the animal characters, unlock all the animal characters, and they just kept updating it and updating and updating it through the Switch life. I lost track of how many levels the main game has. Plus, there is a level creator that you can go online and play all the levels you can online.
Yeah.
Which I did that a little bit with my cousin. I would rather just play like the hardcore levels with people, but it is such a fun game. Sit down with friends. I play with my little cousins too. Play with my uncle. Play with you guys. And it's one of those games that you're going to screw each other over or just try to get as many points, and you're going to be having a blast while laughing at the ridiculous freaking sounds that these animals make.
The fuck was that?
That's exactly how they fucking sound. Or
No, that's just the horse.
yeah,
Like, literally, that's just the horse.
yeah,
We do like hippo, chicken, monkey,
yes,
buddy.
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 But highly.
I'm mad there's actually not a dog in that game.
Yeah,
Yeah, fair
that's
enough.
true. But speaking of the sequel being a
I
racing,
thought you were about to
kind
say
of game.
speaking of dogs.
No,
I was like, huh?
but of course you can't talk about Switch 1 without Mario Kart 8 Deluxe.
Yeah.
Now, was it a Wii U game? Yes. It was ported over, looks a lot better, plays a lot better. And then on top of that, you have just this, like, the biggest DLC for Mario Kart ever.
Did they just drop another one? Or am I crazy?
No, so what they did was they released the beginning few tracks, and then you could buy and download the rest of them because it was paid. It's $25. I actually checked. It was $24.99, and you just have all these freaking courses, all these tracks. Like, it makes it the biggest traditional Mario Kart game. And they just kept updating
They made it so big you got Link and Isabelle from Animal Crossing in this game.
Oh, yeah. You got so many freaking characters.
And the villager. And are the dudes from Splatoon in there? Or am I crazy?
Yes.
I mean, I'm also crazy.
Yes,
but.
the chick from Splatoon is in there. So you have all these
at this point, just make a Nintendo cart and put like Kirby and Pikachu and Star Fox.
I want them
Captain
to do
Falcon.
I want them to do that.
The entire Mario roster.
Yes, please.
And Geralt of Rivia from the Witcher.
Like you said, just call it Nintendo Kart.
Yeah,
Nintendo
at this point,
They could do that though.
put King
they could do that.
Put King DD in a cart.
Yeah,
We're good.
but
Mega Man.
Mario Kart 8,
I don't think Mega Man knows how to drive.
you can't go. You can't.
I
go
don't
wrong.
think Mega Man knows how to drive.
And you can't go wrong with Mario Kart 8. Again, it's a fantastic party game. Have everybody sit down and play just traditional Mario Kart. Or you just beat the shit out of each other in battle mode. You can do that too. But
Though, to be fair, the best battle modes are not on the Switch version. It's the older ones. Like the balloon battle.
Oh, I miss Balloon Battle.
yeah,
Those
I agree.
those are 100% better.
Yeah.
I won't say the Switch ones are bad by any stretch of the imagination.
I'd say the tracks are better.
The
in
tracks are
Switch one.
better.
Oh, yeah.
But if you want traditional battle, go to like Double Dash. Or
Honestly,
like
N64. I like the N64
And 64
modes.
battles were good.
Yeah.
Maybe Double Dash's battles were good too.
Yeah. Well, I played more N64 than I did Double Dash.
Oh, yeah.
Because when A-Ryle and I were playing on my Wii system, that's why I said Wii system, you perverted bastards.
When we was playing on my Wii system.
No, I had a copy of
It was just the pause he had when he said
I think it just made me think of, let me be hit by an ice cream truck and live.
No, I had Mario Kart 64 on there.
Yeah.
We played that battle mode, going back and forth, winning, losing, till like 3 o'clock in the morning. And I forgot. Yes, it's an old game, but damn it, it's still freaking fun.
Dude, the donut battle stage is still my favorite.
That's the best one.
Yeah. Hey, Mario Kart, if you've never played it, first off,
If you ain't played Mario Kart
If
like
you're-
in
you're
the
living
history,
What's wrong with you?
you're living under a rock.
I don't care who you are. I can walk through some random person on the street. I don't care if you're 80 years old. You know what Mario Kart is. You might not have played it, but you
And
know
we
what
play
Mario
the
we'll
Kart is.
give her
superior
an RKO.
Garfield cart in this house.
Garfield Kart. We have Mario Kart at home with that orange cat.
Garfield, that's a really nice Mario guy.
Oh, yes, reasons.
Reasons.
My meatloaf.
The fuck's wrong with us?
Everything.
Bro, we grew up in the 90s. You could get away with crap like that on TV.
I mean, you see some of the crap we used to watch in the 90s.
Yeah.
And then you realize what Mr. Oldman, who he actually was, and now he's a scumbag.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know Mr. Oldman's Dan Schneider, right?
Yeah.
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 You know, I didn't even think about that until you said that. Like, oh, yeah, you're right.
Yeah, I mean, it's like Hulk Hogan thing. Hulk Hogan,
Butters.
scumbag.
Yeah.
But you'd be foolish to not acknowledge Hulkamania. You'd be foolish not to acknowledge the fact that Dan Snyder was kind of funny.
Yeah.
Anyways, back to fun stuff.
Yes. Yes, but we need to beat the shit out of that guy because he was a scumbag. And you know what we can legally beat the shit out of in a certain game?
You got Mega?
No, Maze, tell me, because I don't know if you're reading a script behind me or not.
Yeah, sorry. They have it upside down and I'm trying to read it.
Godzilla read this post and had a fucking stroke.
Yes, I had a stroke from trying to read the non-existent words. But yeah, Smash Bros. Smash Bros. Ultimate.
Oh, Smash Bros? I'll Smash Bros.
Ooh, really?
Just as long as King K. Rool's one of them.
But
That's
No.
our King K. Rool right there.
No, K. Rool is hilarious.
yeah, no, he is hilarious in that game. I still need to get the last DLC for that game now that I think about it. I don't even have Steve on there right now.
Dude,
Yeah.
Steve is such a
Do you have
fun
Sora?
character.
I don't know. Because he's part of that last pack with Steve.
Is he really?
Yeah.
Wow.
But you got the biggest Smash Bros. Game up to this point right now. You have shit fuck ton of characters, and it just seems like an endless supply of stages and music and just combinations of fights that you can do. The Piranha Plant can go fuck itself.
I
And
can't
yes,
wait to see what Daddy Sakurai does with the Switch 2.
oh my gosh, seriously. And I feel bad for him because, again, he was to the point where he was almost killing himself doing this. I mean, don't get me wrong. I appreciate everything this man has put into this game. Seriously. Like, you know, he is a video game god, but don't kill yourself, dude. We want you to be around for a very long time. Please don't kill yourself. We want you to be around as long as fucking possible, dude.
So I got a story from something I saw on TikTok, but wait till Suitcase gets back. He's going to go get the furry autistic panda.
Oh my gosh, it's the buddy time. It's the buddy time. Holy fucking shit. It's the buddy time.
He's going to piss or shit.
I think he's just like completely still right now. Bloody poppers.
Come here, bud.
That was sweet. Oh, there we go. How's my boy? Come on. How's my boy? Huh?
Buddy Butters.
Buddy Butters.
Come here, Butter. Come on.
Come on. Come on.
We've got the dog.
Oh, I the puppy. Can you hear him in the microphone?
Here comes the boy.
Boy.
There's your boy.
Oh, so Caden tried to do that.
Huh?
He tries to say Arthur Morgan's money. I'm like, you gotta put a growl in your voice. He's like, but I don't have a growl.
Gotta get some money.
Did
Did you speaking of Arthur, did you see the thing I posted in chat?
What?
What one?
Well, Suitcase saw it.
Hold on. Oh, yeah, I did. Yes, I did.
Freaking Valentine in China.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
Oh.
yeah.
Hell yeah.
So let's just say we're back right now, right? Okay, because I'm going to put this story on the podcast. Roger posted a TikTok of his upcoming appearances. So he's going to essentially UK's version of Comic-Con. You know who else is going to be there? Rob,
Hell yeah.
Dutch, and Sadie.
There you are.
I'm like, listen, 100% glad we got the opportunity to see the two cover stars of Red Dead 2.
Oh, yeah. I want to.
But like,
I want to be the guy that does Dutch.
Dutch and Sadie are like two of the coolest characters in the entire franchise.
Yeah. Especially Sadie. She's like the most badass chick I've ever seen.
You ain't wrong. You ain't wrong.
I mean, she is a psychopath, but she's a cool psychopath. She will stab you in the
that hot air
throat, stab
balloon-
you in the nuts, and steal your money.
That hot air balloon mission sealed it.
Fuck yeah, dude.
But yeah, they're there.
That's awesome. But anyways, I'm actually surprised you're staying in my arms, buddy.
He's a fluffy dog.
He's probably pretty content. It's like,
Yes,
I'm with
I
everyone.
forgot what story I was going to tell when
This
Suitcase
is my
came back.
father.
But let's see.
What
Smash.
I remember the story now.
Yeah, but Smash Bros. I think I talked about everything I wanted to say
For Smash Bros?
Smash, yeah. But what were you gonna say?
So they did Universal Epic Universe, and they opened the gates, and obviously one of them is Mario.
Yeah.
You know who, like, someone's doing a pan of the crowd, and you know who's like, so this is on TikTok. You know who's like 3 people down from them,
Who?
just in the crowd? Miyamoto.
Miyamoto.
He's just nobody knows it's him. It, like, cameras pause in general, and I'm like, why do I know who that is? And I look at the comments, I'm like, oh, okay.
Dude, that is another gentleman I want to meet.
Just casually, Miyamoto is like 3 feet from you.
Oh, dude, if he was 3 feet from me, I'd shit myself.
Dude, he's just
First
there.
off, I would have no idea how to fucking say anything. Well, I mean, he understands English, but I would want to be respectful and like somehow know some Japanese. But that's another dude that I would love to meet.
Yeah, exactly.
And just be like, I am not worthy of being in the presence of you.
Yeah.
But with Smash Bros.
So we got Smash Bros. We got Mario Kart. We talked about Odyssey enough. Ultimate Chicken Horse.
The Fire Emblem for Switch was kind of, well, we had 3 houses and then we had Engage. 3 houses was a banger. Engage was a fun game. It was just kind of mid-story. It was mainly just everybody simping for the main character.
Yeah.
Oh, Divine Dragon, Divine Dragon, Divine Dragon, Divine Dragon. I mean,
So-
Three Houses was kind of the same, just like professor. Just stop. But
I wondered if those games are any good. If you
Three Houses is a fucking banger, and it's very good for a beginner.
nice.
Here's my question, just because we're going to have topics on these in different podcasts.
Yeah.
Do we want to include Pokemon in this discussion right now or not?
I was going to, but I wasn't going to go into too much detail.
Okay. That's,
Yeah.
that's something, because we would be foolish not to include Pokemon in this
Oh, yeah.
discussion.
Do you want to get into Pokemon?
We can. Hold on. Let
Can I
me
be real though? The Switch, the Pokemons for Switch, other than Arceus, just kind of mid
Yeah.
for this console.
get down?
I'll say I prefer Sword and Shield mostly for Pokedex
You can
if
get
over
down.
Scarlet and Violet, and just like
have
gameplay and all
Go ahead.
that.
Go get him.
Go get him. Go get him.
So I go pee or poop somewhere.
But I don't
Yep.
I don't know. Scarlet and
So-
Violet is just empty to me.
So, me with the Pokemon games. Now, I think I mentioned this in the past. I played Pokemon Sword a lot because that was at a very depressing, lonely point in my life. Because I
Lonely is the night.
I was at a terrible job.
Yeah.
B, I just broke up with my ex, and she was a verbally abusive psychopath.
Bitch.
And 3,
Yeah.
that was around the time my grandpa died. So,
Oh, you're all kinds of jacked up then.
Damn.
oh
Grant.
yeah. And sad part is, I don't know if I said this on the podcast or not, but with my ex, when my grandpa died, that was when her and I were just getting together. I said I just wanted to be left alone right now. And she kept talking and talking. I was like, okay, I'm going to hang up. I want to be left alone right now. And she kept talking. It's like, okay, what part of my grandpa just died and I want to be left alone right now? Don't you understand?
Yeah.
Sounds like somebody else I know.
Yeah. So that was a really fucked up time in my life. And I
imagine.
played huh?
As I can imagine.
And
You know, I just realized
huh.
my first time playing Shield was kind of the same way. It wasn't long after that or before that my grandma died.
Damn.
It was like maybe 6 months. I was still kind of dealing with it.
Yeah.
Huh. I just kind of put that.
That's ironic.
I just kind of put that in perspective for a minute because, like, I had rearranged the living room at that point, so she
Yeah.
was already gone.
Yeah.
Okay. Anyways, go back to your thing.
But
Let me not make this depressing.
obviously I won't go into too much detail with the games because we want to have them in separate podcasts. But
Yeah.
these games in Pokemon Sword, for example, with all my main Pokemon, I wanted to jack all of them up to level 100. And I just played them. That was the first games that I completed the Pokedex in. Pokemon Home was a thing, so that
These were the first games with DLC.
yeah,
Sword and
first,
Shield.
yeah, first games with DLC, and with Pokemon Home integrated, you can complete the Pokedex in Pokemon Home on the app. So I ended up doing that, and I put the most hours of Pokemon into these games. Well, all of the games, honestly. I put a very heavy amount of hours in all the games, to be realistic with you. Mm-hmm. Because, I'm getting older. I can't look at these small screens on a 3DS for like 5, 6, 7 hours at a
exactly.
time because my eyes will kill me.
I've delved into Yokai Watch on my 3DS, and I'm sitting there. I'm like, I can't do this right now.
Yeah.
Like I'm playing for like maybe half hour spurts. I'm like, I can't do this right
So
now.
that's what was nice about these games. I could sit there and play Pokemon on my 60-inch television.
And think about it, this is like the first time you could legitimately get Pokemon on your big screen.
Yeah. And were the 3D,
I mean,
was the
even with-
3D mechanics and all that, all they're great? No, but still, you had Pokemon on your TV.
Yeah, it's one of the things. Like I'm sitting there, like you'll play Let's Go. I'm sitting there. I'm like, I'm playing Pokemon
What are you doing?
On my TV.
in my chair, and I do not have the console in my hand.
Yeah.
Yeah, fair.
That's
That's-
kind of wild.
Yeah, that's what was great about these games. Again, not all the games are the greatest
fuck?
things ever, but, you know,
And we'll
It
get
was
into
still-
we'll get into those details in other podcasts.
yeah, obviously. But,
I mean, we kind of covered Let's Go when we did Kanto a little
Yeah.
bit.
but Sword, for example, I put, over 1,000 hours in that game. I think Brilliant Diamond, at least 500, 600 hours, I think. Trying to get shinies, which I horribly failed at.
No, Sword and Shield shinies are dumb.
Yeah.
Arceus,
Bro.
I'm on my second playthrough, and I'm over 100 hours on that. And
Let's
my
go.
first one was well over 100 hours. That was probably like 100.
So if somebody asked me a
50-some
question of if you wish you could, what game would you like to experience for the first time again? My number one answer is Arceus.
Oh, yeah. I don't even have to.
100%.
I don't even have to think about it.
It's Arceus.
Yeah.
Next one, Red Dead.
Yeah. But yes, played a lot of Pokemon, did a lot of Pokemon Home stuff. And even Scarlet Scarlet specifically, I'm a little over 1,000 hours in that game.
That's probably me with Violet. I have to look. Mostly it's me just checking what outbreaks I got and if I want them or not.
Yeah. Doing the outbreaks and shiny hunting, of course, which was another good thing about these games. It was really easy to get shiny Pokemon.
I got 3 in the span of 10 minutes. I wasn't even trying to look for shinies.
Yeah. And like I told you guys just recently, one of the outbreaks in Arceus, I had 3 shinies in one outbreak, which I never get.
Yeah.
It was Munchlax, Pikachu, and Spheal.
I'm jealous of this feel.
Yeah.
The round boy.
Yeah. But, and at the same time, though, too, this was a time where Game Freak and them, but they were experimenting. Because even in Sword and Shield, with the wild area, okay, they're experimenting with big open areas.
Yeah.
So at some point, the next game is going to be an expansion of these big open areas.
Yeah.
Arceus, for example.
Then, every area in Arceus is the wild area of Sword and Shield.
Yeah.
Every single one.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fair.
And
Different setting,
honestly, I
every
like that better because everything loads up, everything runs well. Instead, and then
I
they're
just
like,
feel bad that some of your games have crashed for Pokemon on your Switch and mine never have.
yeah. And I thought it was the Switch, and nope, it wasn't the Switch.
Cause I remember we had this conversation. I'm like, mine didn't.
Yeah.
You're like, really? I'm like,
That's the reason why I bought. That was one of the other reasons why I bought an OLED, because I thought it was my Switch, but the OLED did the same damn thing. So it's the damn game. It's like, son of a bitch.
Mine never have.
But. And then Scarlet and Violet, they try to make this huge open world that just. I just hope it runs better on the Switch too.
It's empty. That's my problem. Like, I'll get into it when we do, but it's just empty. Even with Pokemon's like, I know where you're going to be right now. But we'll save Pokemon. I mean, Pokemon, it's interesting. We're in this era of Pokemon now where it's all 3D. They're experimenting. It's fine.
Yeah.
I don't mind the fact we're stuck in a city for ZA.
Yeah.
Because it's Lumiose, and Lumiose is stupid big.
Yeah. It'd be really nice to see what Lumiose really has to offer because, like, X and Y, it was just like, here's 3 blocks of Lumiose.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Like,
Enjoy.
here's your cafes, your Pokemon centers, the gym, the professor's area, and the TV studio. That's
Yep.
it. Now it's like, okay, have a hotel, have a desert in the middle of your city.
Yep. Oh, actually, speaking of ZA and X and Y and all that, apparently there's going to be another Nintendo Direct coming up, and hopefully they show more ZA.
It's about that time where they usually do every year.
Yeah.
It's around June, July, we get Pokemon news dropped.
Yep.
If
So,
not May.
keeping on track with the Switch, of course. Now, one of the other things that was big on the Switch is they had a lot of arcade games digitally on the store. Yes, Switch eShop runs like shit.
I was about to say, can we talk about how bad the Switch shop actually is?
I don't,
Shop
really,
is
I don't
dog
want
shit,
to
yeah.
because it's garbage. But yes,
It's
we
just,
can.
you click the button, and then it's like, all right, click the button. Click.
Yeah.
It's like they have a dead hamster on a hamster wheel and it hasn't moved in years.
And it's on fire.
And it's on fire.
Like, I swear,
It's
it's
like-
so bad. It loads up fine when you go from dashboard to shop.
Yeah.
Then it stops.
Yep. But it's so sad because during the first bit of Nintendo Switch's life, they were using a horrible internet server that was on like Windows XP. And then they finally updated their internet shit once Arceus came out. I just know that just from what I've heard.
Okay,
But
can't we just
with
have an
the
update
shop,
where
though-
your shop is just not horrible?
Yeah, the eShop is still fucking garbage.
Like, I don't need a new layout. I don't need a new way to find stuff. Just make it load, not stupid.
Oh my gosh, it's sad when the Wii U eShop worked and was functional.
No, it's sad when the 3DS eShop is better.
Oh yeah, hell, the Wii eShop was fucking better.
It's sad when I get no lag on anything on the Wii, but I'll get lag on every single thing and its mother on the eShop for Switch.
Oh my gosh, yes.
It's why if the game is not like physically in my hand, right? Like this is the one thing I will do. Unless I can quickly grab it from the shop. If the game is not physically in my hand on the Switch, I don't care. Just because I don't want to mess with the shop anymore.
Yes.
Unless
yeah,
I get a game turned on me like KO the Kangaroo. I will not touch that shop.
Yep. I don't blame you. But one of the benefits of the shop is they had a lot of arcade games on there. I picked up a lot of the arcade games. The Switch is actually kind of like my arcade machine. I have a lot of like arcade collections,
right.
a lot of retro game collections on there, like the Capcom.
No.
Like Capcom has a lot of arcade games. There's actually 2 different games, Volume 1 and 2. I have both of those on the Switch. I have the Genesis collection, the Atari collection on there. So it's like my portable little arcade machine. And of course, I have Dig Dug, I have Pac-Man, I have the Namco games on there. But one of the other arcade games I picked up was Super Burger Time.
Burger Time.
Now, regular Burger Time sucks balls compared to Super Burger Time.
Well, no, duh. It's got super in the name.
Yeah.
Well, I have never seen Super Burger Time before. When I played it, this is the best version of Burger Time. I love Super Burger Time. And because of the Switch, I found out it existed. There was Grandmaster Tetris 1 and 2 on there. I didn't know that existed.
See, now for retro, he's going to go as the guy from Burger Time.
I could do that. Actually, no. What I want to dress up as is the guy from Dig Dug.
No. So, I'm going to get real off topic, but I talk about cosplay and all that. He won't be 5 feet tall, but you know I figured out who Tall and Skinny can pull off? Fix It Felix from Wreck-It Ralph.
Oh, that'd be hilarious.
I can see that.
He'll be 6.5 feet tall, but he can be Fix It Felix from Wreck-It Ralph.
I can see that.
Because I just looked at, I don't know what the conversation is about, but I looked at him like,
And then you'll see a chick dressed up as Ralph.
yeah, I'm looking at him, I'm like,
I can see that.
I
can fix it.
The conversation put Fix It Felix in my head. And look at Tall and Skinny, I'm like, yeah, you can pull it off.
Yeah, I can see that.
Anyways.
But going back to what I was saying, there's a lot of arcade games on there. And there's a lot of old Nintendo games on there, like Super Mario Versus and things like that. Excite Bike, I think, is on there, if I remember correctly. So there's a lot of classic Nintendo games on there. There's a lot of games from Johnny Turbo's Arcade, I think it's called, like Joe and Mac. That game is great. There's just a lot of arcade choices you can choose on there. And highly recommend you download them. They're only like a few bucks. Download them and you can have them all on your Switch. And going into that, also Switch Online. Now, yeah, they put a bunch of ROMs on there. But to be honest, with Nintendo Switch Online, after a while, after them trickle feeding us all these games, there was quite a few games I never expected to play.
Yeah.
Until that came out. Because you can also make a Japanese account and have Japanese Nintendo Switch Online.
Huh.
And this is before, like, now they've integrated all the Japanese and American games all in one.
Yeah.
But before that, you had to have a Japanese account or to play the Japanese games. Because there were certain games that only ended up in Japan that didn't end up in America. Now, one of the games on there, I forget what it's called, but it's like a Japanese robot fighting game.
I thought you were. I thought you were about to bring up my magnum opus Japanese Kirby block game.
I'm going to. No, one of the games on there was like this Japanese robot fighting game, and the robots kind of looked like Rayman. They had no arms or no legs or no neck or anything, but it was like a Famicom fighting game. I've never seen this game before in my life, and I played it. It's like, dude, this game's awesome. Like, I don't like fighting games, but this game is awesome.
Same.
Come here.
No, you know what I really enjoyed? It wasn't on Switch, but he used to talk about fighting games. I can't. It's like Mech City over
Come here.
Brawl, whatever. It's like a giant robot fighting game. but your like bumper buttons controlled your limbs.
Interesting.
Like L2 and L1 is like your whole left side, and R2 and R1 are your right side. It was different, but I kind of really enjoyed it.
But that was nice about the Nintendo Switch Online is that there was games on there that I never thought I would try. And going back to Japanese Kirby block game.
Japanese Kirby block game.
Kirby Star Stacker they released on there, but it was the Super Famicom version.
No, it's Japanese Kirby block game.
It's Japanese Kirby block game.
Period.
Yes, but the real
Star
game,
Stacker, no.
That's
Japanese Kirby block game.
That story was so good. Just MayesBoy. Why am I so good at Japanese Kirby block?
Yeah, so I don't remember if we told the story or not.
Pretty sure we did, but
with
it
the
was funny as
podcast.
hell.
But we'll just briefly say it. I was terrible at it. I was trying to learn how to play it, so I was like, "Hey, Suitcase, play this game." He played it for what, like an hour and a half?
I think it was like a 30 or 40-minute run. Yeah,
and of just him playing and getting better and better. And it's like, oh, you're gonna lose. Nope, you're getting better and better.
And then I'd clear half
more
the board.
points, and then the whole board to be cleared, whole half board to be cleared. And I just kept going and going and going. It's like, dude, are you like a god at this?
buddy.
So,
Come here, buddy.
but again, that was a game that we never thought we would play.
Oh yeah.
That guess what?
Yeah.
Now he has autistic dog panda on his chest.
There's a sequel to that Mech Brawl game. I won it.
Nice.
For the record, it's called Override Mech City Brawl.
I've heard of that
Japanese
before.
panda block dog.
But apparently it's Override 2 Super Mech League, and Ultraman, which if you know Japanese kaiju, he's like their version of Iron Man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hi.
He's in this, I guess.
I love this dog. He's so dumb, but he's lovable and fluffy.
You got a dude that looks like Godzilla in this thing, too.
Hell yeah.
I just hope it's not just mech.
Oh, we're getting to the standing part of the podcast.
My butt was getting numb. Need to make a song just for that. Just a stand-up time in the podcast. But let's see. Talked about smashing arcade games, you poke
Talk about
decks.
smashing? Oh. Smashing.
Oh crap!
What?
It's about all the stuff I wanted to talk about. But and yes, they trickle feed us the games for Switch Online, which I don't like. Because they could literally put all these Pokemon games on there and literally make millions of dollars.
Bro, just like I know they're doing it now with the Switch too. You just put XD and Coliseum on there, you're good.
Yeah.
What they should really do is instead of like trickling them into the pool of separate consoles, like make a Pokemon channel.
Yeah, no, I agree with that 100%. No, one of the other things I was going to say. Now, they added a bunch of Tetris games on there. They added Tetris. I think they added the NES version of Tetris, the Game Boy version of Tetris, Tetris DX,
Tetris Attack, and Tetris
Tetris Attack. Yes, Puyo Puyo, Tetris 1 and 2, Tetris Effect. So there's a lot of Tetris games on there, and obviously I'm going to buy them and play them.
Yeah.
Now, my physical copy of Tetris DX, I think I mentioned this on the podcast at one point. The physical copy of my Tetris DX game, there's a score on there I could never beat. It was like 293,000 some odd points.
Yeah.
And I could never beat it. On Tetris DX on the Nintendo Switch Online, I beat my score by like 100, 200,000 points, something.
Buddy.
So I finally beat my high score, took a picture. I was like, yes, motherfucker, I beat my high score as a kid. Suck it.
I beat myself.
Yes, I beat myself.
Damn.
Yeah. What do you think of that, buddy?
Buddy didn't care.
Yeah. It's like not the single fuck was given, Daddy.
I'm getting eepy.
Are you?
Yeah. Been another long week, dude.
Yeah, it's been. Yeah.
No, I know the feeling.
Yeah. Plus, I ran
never gets easier, but that's life. You
I
know?
ran on 3 hours of sleep yesterday. Had to deal with a highly functioning, I will give him that, but special needs guy, where it's just me and my manager. Yeah.
Jesus Christ. Your dog's terrified. Look at him.
But, you know, on top of all the other stuff we said about the Switch, there was a lot of games that came out on the Switch that I've never seen the comedy before, like Nick Alice. Nicalis made a lot of great games on that system. Human Fall Flat was on there. I played that game.
Yeah.
I got pissed off because I got stuck.
That game's hilarious.
Oh yeah, the game's hilarious with a lot of people, but
That's a party game.
I just got annoyed just by myself.
Stop playing with yourself.
Yeah, I like playing with myself. Okay.
Sometimes it flops around. When
But
it's
then
playing
you
by
got
itself.
stuck. So maybe you shouldn't play with yourself.
Yeah, maybe I shouldn't. Heave Ho, that was another really fun game that we haven't played in a long time.
Now he's just calling us names.
Hey, if the shoe fits, put that bitch on and wear it, Menakai. Buddy, what are you doing?
Don't tell me what to do. I'm going to do it anyway, but don't tell me what to do.
Yeah. But a lot of great indie games on there. A lot of great physical games. A lot of great collectible games, too. Because I did pick up a bunch of collectible games that, you can't really find nowadays. So that's why I'm kind of glad I still have them.
I have a slight con, but they fixed it.
Huh.
They released a lot of games way too early in the life cycle of the Switch that could not run to save their lives. But then they fixed it.
Which ones?
Like Ark. Like The Witcher.
Did they actually fix Ark?
They fixed them to where now they run good. Because you would load up The Witcher and it's a slideshow. Oh. You'd load up Ark and it's like the early days
Yeah,
of
that
Ark.
was another. The Witcher was another game I never expected to be on the Switch.
Yeah, it's like, I'm not saying it doesn't belong there. Do what you will if you get the rights to it. Just make sure you can run it. Because
Right.
The Witcher, you would swing your sword apparently, and then you could see the second happen before your damage hits.
Oh, jeez.
So it's bad.
Damn.
Like that game would need like PS4, Xbox One level stuff.
Yeah.
Like they fixed it, thankfully, with some of their new hardware and updates for the Switch. But that was like one con. They kind of put games on there too early in their life cycle.
Yeah,
But
and there was
then they
also
fixed
a lot of broken junk that they never actually fixed, like WWE 2K.
Oh, that was 2K20, but that's 2K's fault.
Nah, that wasn't just 20 though. There was one other one. I think it was 2K19
I mean, to be
on
fair,
the Switch, and that ran absolutely horrible, and they never fixed it.
to be fair, I've seen a lot of glitches happen even now in 2K25, but it's like glitches that I find completely funny that I can easily fix myself out of. Come on, you got this. There we go.
There we go.
I had something recently happen 2K25. I don't remember. I think I got suplexed because I was in the corner where the barricade curves. I got suplexed, but my dude 7 feet tall, so half me ended up over the barricade, and I ended up on the other side of the barricade. Nice. I was like, can I get out of this? Because I'm sitting like I countdown sounds. I'm like, can I get out of this, or am I about to lose a match? I can get out of it, but it's like it's almost like it's a glitch, but it's like the game physics stuff are trying, and I got suplexed over the barricade.
Nice.
Kind of funny.
Yeah.
Switch is also where they're experimenting with a lot of more open world stuff.
True.
Because Mario got open world treatment, Kirby got the open world treatment.
Sonic got open world treatment, but that was on all the consoles.
That was on everything.
Yeah.
Kirby
too, because I need to sit down and
Kirby
play.
got the
I
treatment.
need to play that.
Technically, Zelda got the treatment, but Zelda's kind of sort of had the treatment before.
Not
But
like
now-
that. Not
but
like
now-
that. Though.
now
Not
it's
like
just-
Breath of the Wild.
Now it's just straight.
Because Breath of the Wild, Zelda Link never had a jump.
Yeah.
Like he had a physical jump on, and then with Tears of the Kingdom, then they even expanded it even more.
It's
Expanded into the sky and underground, which underground is freaking terrifying.
I just wish they could do Pokemon open world right, but I'm not going to get back on that topic.
Yeah. Well, with CA, we'll see. But speaking of, I just had a complete brain fart. What was I going to say?
I just saw every gear in his brain just stop.
Yeah.
It's shut down. It's so over, guys.
Yeah, I completely forgot what I was going to say now. Shit.
Open world, Kirby, Mario, Pokemon, Zelda.
Taco Bell.
I'm trying to think like what we just talked about. Open world, Zelda, Pokemon, Kirby, Mario.
What the fuck was
Jump button,
Burger King.
Tears of the Kingdom, Breath of the Wild,
McDonald's.
Applebee's, all you can eat chicken tenders and riblets.
Dude, that was big. I'm asleep.
Oh, yes.
ZA.
No, I remember what I was going to say. And another thing with the Switch, too, is the fact they experimented with $70 games with Tears of the Kingdom. Obviously, this is later on in its life cycle, but it's like, really, they're going to start this shit now? And now
we
they're
have the
going to
debacle
go
we have now.
yeah, up to $80, $90 games. It's like, come on. Give us a break. And here's the thing, though. They knew that people were going to buy it because it's Zelda. Because I bought it used. It was like $65, but still, it was used. But they experimented with it. They saw that people are going to buy it, and they jacked the price up again, unfortunately, which is the bad part. Oh, just like one of the Nintendo's representatives said. I don't remember if it was Doug Bowser or somebody, but someone's like, well, if you can't afford Nintendo Switch 2, we have a Nintendo Switch 1. Xbox much? Yeah. That's what fucked Xbox over in the console war.
Yep.
You really want to dig yourself into a grave this early?
Let's just don't buy our new console. Yeah, but I want to.
Yeah, don't buy a new console. Buy our old one. It's like, seriously? All negative stuff aside,
but
Nintendo Switch is a great system. I thoroughly enjoy the Switch. And I'm still enjoying the Switch with the games I'm playing now. I still enjoy it. And there's still a lot of games I have in my collection I still haven't even touched yet. So
I still need to beat Breath of the Wild and Kirby.
Yeah.
The Switch has become, like, I have all these games, and my Switch has become my Pokemon machine.
Yeah.
And I'll sit back and think, I'm like, why? But then I'll go back to playing Pokemon.
Yeah. I was doing that for a long time, too. And I took a lot of pictures, a lot of screenshots, a lot of 30-second videos.
You took a screenshot every 4 seconds and let's go, and I loved it.
Yeah.
I ain't saying it's a bad thing because, like, that's, I've said it before. That is the best aesthetic way to play Kanto. It looks incredible. Mm-hmm. Plays like trash, but
yeah, just like with Arceus. No, all the videos I did in Arceus are just all the glitches that I found. Actually, in our last Pokemon discussion with Gen 4, I put all of the videos I made from Arceus. All the glitches. If you look back at the video, you'll see all the glitches that I did. I faced an invisible Lux Ray.
Hell yeah!
You know where the Alpha Lux Ray is?
Yep.
Now you know where it runs around.
Yep.
So I'm like staying there, and I hear like the ground, like that kind of thing going around me. Damn. I'm like, there's nothing around.
Ooh.
There's like nothing around me, and I randomly throw my Pokeball and go into the battle with nothing.
Ooh.
Now what? Now that guy's on his phone.
It's Pokemon related.
Oh. Okay.
I guess so. They're going in the anime now. Kid Akami.
Ooh, cool.
And so they're searching for the chick from the Blu-ray Academy who's researching Terrapagos. Before finding where she is, they discover an exciting festival happening in the town.
Cool.
So they're running into the chick with the...
so they're going to find Ogerpon, more than likely.
Well, they found the chick that has the... who's the sister of the what's-his-face.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Nice. I need to sit down and watch that.
Now I'm confused.
Why?
Because I don't know if this is like English release or Japanese release, because it shows that technically the main character is the girl, because she's the one doing the gym challenge, but I think it's like all over the place, because the gyms are weird. But she got Sprigatito, but in this screenshot, it's only evolved into Florigato, but I know good and well that thing's fully evolved right now. So I don't know when this actually fully takes place. Or if it's like, this is the English release happening. I don't know, but...
Weird. Okay, well, who knows?
So they did a random jump in the anime for like a year.
Yeah.
Where, like, everybody split. And the dude who gets to Fuecoco ends up with the random shiny Lucario, like a Mega Evolve. And there's no explanation. It's just he got it.
Damn.
Because I'm like, where did he come from?
Random?
But he has a shiny Lucario. First time we're seeing a shiny Lucario, much less a Mega one. But then it's been a year, right? His Fuecoco was evolved one time, and we saw that before the split happened. So now it's just Crocodile. I'm like, where's Skeledirge? Whatever. I mean, I don't care.
This Skeledirge is awesome.
This anime is
Yeah,
weird
it is
anyway.
pretty cool.
I love that Pokemon.
I still love the funny weed cat. Funny weed cat's the best cat.
I still need to do a playthrough with Quaxley.
Yeah.
Apparently, if you raise him right, he's actually a pretty good Pokemon.
I don't know. See, with a lot of the dual typings of some of the Pokemon I want to use are the same dual typing as the starter I want to use.
Right.
Yeah.
No, I understand that.
But then it's also like, I don't know. For me, I've tried using Quaxley like 3 times. It doesn't pan out for me. I was like once like Quaxley and the other one's fine, but when I get this stupid little peacock thing, I'm like, I don't care now.
Well, was there anything else you wanted to talk about, gentlemen? Switch-wise?
Switch one's fun.
I got a lot of my stuff out early.
Yeah, Switch is great.
Switch is fun.
If you're on the fence about buying a Switch, highly recommend it. Right now, there's a shit ton of games you can buy for it. A bunch of digital games, a bunch of accessories you can buy for reasonably good prices. And Suitcase destroying the microphone with his burp.
Enjoy that one, folks.
Menakai, was there anything else you wanted to say? I think there was something you wanted to mention at the end.
For the Switch? Are we doing the Switch discussion? Like itself?
I'm good. Like, I think that's
there's Pokemon.
Said something that you wanted to
Surprised you were staying up here, buddy.
Hi, Butters.
Switch Lite was cool from the stuff I've tested.
I want to try to hack one.
But like the
But
Switch,
you have to take it apart to put like a mod on it, and I can't do that.
I mean, real quick, with Switch Lite, it was cool. Listen, I will raise this argument up. Wait for it. I thought you was gonna fart. Yep. So for those who don't know, Switch Lite came originally in 4 colors.
Yep.
Your gray one, your yellow one, your coral pink one, and I call it blue. Technically turquoise.
It's like a purplish whatever.
No, that's the other one.
Oh yeah. Never mind. You're right.
And then they bring out this other one, which is I will call it purple every day of the week. It's like a darker blue. No, I don't care. That's purple.
It's like a blue purple.
I will write down.
It's like a darker version of the GameCube, really.
Yeah, pretty much. Like put it more on the blue side.
Advance.
I will say I put this on repair slips when we bring them in for work. I'm like, I don't care. This is a purple Switch Lite. I don't care. To me, it's purple.
Yeah.
But it's. I mean, I've tested them more. They're kind of nice.
I like the Switch Lite because it's all in one piece. Mm-hmm. But
the only drawback is if that's all you got, you will never be able to play it on TV.
Yeah.
You will have to get a Switch.
Apparently, there's a mod now that you can actually play the Switch Lite on the TV, but you have to hack the system, and I don't want to take my only Switch Lite apart.
Mm-hmm. I thought about getting one, but I was like, why?
Yeah.
I don't care to take my Switch everywhere.
I got it just because it has that special fancy purple blue color. I liked it. Yeah, fair enough. And I also have an old Switch right now.
Though they did make one that I like.
The Sword and Shield?
No. The Scarlet BDSP one.
Yes, Brilliant Diamond Shiny Pearl one. That is
I
nice one.
I had to be the one to sell that, and I was like,
I know. I'll pick one up eventually, but it's like
what hurts me is all these things I want to pull the trigger on when I'm at work, and I'd be like, okay, if this is here by the end of the day, I'll get it.
Yeah,
like a purple PS5 controller before I got the one I got.
Nice.
I had to be the one to sell that.
I still want to get a blue one. I want like a really nice sharp blue, dark blue.
No, you were gonna get the Zodiac one that I got because the blue one was Monkey and that was your one anyway. But then Suitcase, Colin Skinny bought it.
Yeah,
like those two were gone that day.
Little bastard butt munch. But he said, "But
twice
farting." Oh, buddy.
Still farting.
Still farting. Andre, you okay? Still farting.
I'm still farting. Like, can you imagine? Like, at that point, Jake knew, so you can imagine. Like, there's nothing he can do about it because you've got Andre the Giant sitting on you. There's nothing you can do.
Anyways, alrighty, Menakai.
So, for those that paid attention, 2 weeks ago, No, 2 podcasts ago.
Yeah, it was our book podcast,
Yeah.
actually.
I'm working on one myself.
The book cast.
Almost think Avatar, but the Fire Nation is the good guys. And the Earth Nation is a bunch of dicks. I'm kind of working on the prologue while also building my world at the same time, but I had to tear the prologue apart because I didn't like it. But I figured out that the Council of Stone is 7 seats of all different like hierarchies. And one is called the Vault Seat, which is kind of like your Master of Coin kind of thing, where you handle the money of the entire kingdom. That's the reason why they figured out where my main character is. Because he has put several around the entire world. Kind of like magical depots and almost like there were security cameras that will trigger when specific magic goes off. AKA fire magic. So they found out where he is real quick.
He's got a dog booty in his face. Buddy, come here.
So it's been great. I'm working on it. It's a slow process. I'm realizing how I haven't written in a very long time.
Nice.
I realize it's a process, but I'm enjoying it. I've got a couple characters.
Hell yeah, dude.
It's kind of fun. Yeah, it's getting done.
Nice.
If you want to know the synopsis of my story, go listen to our book podcast.
Yes.
Because I don't think even Suitcase knows about it. And you know I'm writing it because I showed the thing of me starting it, but you don't know the full story. I had a complete brain fart for like 3 seconds figuring out what I was going to say. It's been a long week. I forgot what I was talking about.
It's been a long week, but I managed to stay awake today.
I'm so proud of you.
He did it.
We
He
did
did
it.
it. Yay. Climb over the mountain.
I'm going to throw this at your face.
What? Whore.
Hey, I'm gonna get.
Donkey ass whore.
I'm actually gonna get slightly racist, but I heard this from Angry Grandpa's kid. Do you know there's kind of a Mexican version of the map song? Not the map song, but like the 3 locations: bridge,
What?
barbed wire fence, America.
Oh my god. Well, there goes Maximum Outage. Canceled in the middle of season 4.
You're welcome.
Can't believe your cats suck.
I need to get going because I gotta take a piss.
Okay, bye.